How would you like to turn your annual income into your monthly income? At first, that sounded completely illogical to me too, but those are the words that my mentor, Bob Proctor, spoke to me. And at the time, it seemed so far fetched because I was a firefighter collecting the same safe, steady paycheck week after week, month after month, year after year. So, my work as a firefighter got me deep into mindset work, but I had no idea that I was going to become one of the top 1% mindset coaches in the world for the Proctor Gallagher Institute. Hey, if you don't know me, I'm Chris Lukey. I created the Ignite method and I own Lukey's World Class Coaching. I'm a high performance mindset coach for entrepreneurs, sales professionals, and high achievers just like you. Listen, I want to thank you so much for being here today because if you're here, it means that you were meant for more. And if you're here, there's a high probability you want to increase your income, your impact, and your influence in your mission driven business. And if you stay tuned to the end in today's video, I'm going to help you identify the one thing that's holding you back from the next level of success in your mission driven business. Because if you're here, you're a mission driven entrepreneur, and I honor you so much for that. You have a mission, you have a passion, you have a purpose in this world. You have found a way to live what you love, and you want to create an incredible income for yourself and the people around you. You want to make an impact and you want to influence the lives of others. There's something inside of you. There's a gift that you have been given that is the solution to someone else's problem. And it's my commitment to you to help you bring that to as many people as possible. And whatever your next level is, it's different for all of us. You may be sitting there saying to yourself over the next 6 months, I just want to get started. Or maybe you're trying to hit six figures. Or maybe some of you are a lot more advanced and you want to add multiple six figures, or you want to break through that 7-figure plateau. And all of that is possible for you. I honor that. But maybe for some of you, it's not about the money. Maybe you're looking for greater impact and you say, you know what? I want to be considered an influencer by my peers. I want to be considered and respected as an expert, as a thought leader in my space. Maybe you've been feeling a lot of pressure around your business and you're saying, I just want a little bit more time. I want a little bit more balance in my life. I understand I need to work hard, but I want to reclaim some of those magic moments in my life with my family, with my friends, with my kids. I want to be able to spend some more time with the people who I love. And I want to be able to relax a little bit as I pursue my mission in this world. And all of that are very noble goals to have. And it's the perfect next level for you. And it's absolutely possible. But the reality is this: most of us are experiencing something very different. We're not breaking through to the next level because we are stuck on a plateau and we're feeling like there's never enough time. And we're asking ourselves questions like, how am I going to get it all done? Well, we're looking at the landscape of our business, and maybe you're saying to yourself, there's so many other people doing what I do. Does the world really need another me? Or you're comparing yourself to others and other people. Maybe some days you're doubting whether or not this massive vision you have for creating an impact on a global basis is even possible. Or maybe you're just feeling burnt out like I was. And you're looking at the fact you're spending 10, 12, 14, or 24 hours a day like I was working hard and grinding. And you're looking at your days and your weeks and your months, and you're saying to yourself, where is all the progress? Or maybe, frankly, there are some days where you're so stressed out and burnt out, there is no progress. And you just find yourself distracting and drifting and procrastinating. Well, I can tell you something. I can relate to all of those scenarios. And maybe you're questioning whether or not you even want to be an entrepreneur anymore. Because if this is it, I found something I'm really passionate about, and you finally step into that, and then it have that thing become the greatest source of stress in your life, you don't even know if you want to do anymore. Well, what I've now learned, having really cracked the code on how to create an extraordinary business and impact and influence while enjoying the journey and having coached other entrepreneurs to do the same, A lot of my clients have turned their annual income into their monthly income. A lot of my clients are making 10 times the impact they were just 12 months ago. And the key to all them doing this is focusing on one thing: mindset. We all understand mindset, but we all underestimate mindset. Most of us spend the majority of our time on the next strategy, on the next tactic, on the mechanics, on the training, and on the doing. And we spend very little time on the being. But the big shift in my life, the big shift in my wealth creation, and a giant shift in my ability to impact the lives of other people came when I put mindset first. I want you to really understand this. The game has changed. And if you want to create a quantum leap in your income and you want to out earn everybody else in your industry, it's 95% mindset and 5% strategy. How would you like to buy back time? How would you like clients to come in effortless with flow, all while enjoying the ride? How would you like to work less and earn more? But as entrepreneurs, we are brought up and taught like we got it completely backwards. We're grinding, we're working harder, we're putting more hours in than ever. And I'm going to show you a method that completely turns that on its head. So, in part of this video, what I want to do is convince you that you need to make mindset a priority. I mean, even Warren Buffett said the single greatest thing an entrepreneur must work on is his mindset. He must work on himself. Personal development has no finish line. It's the foundation of all the success that you will have in your life and in your business. And the reason is this: up until now, personal development has treated mindset as some kind of concept. You read some books, you have some quotes, they make you feel good, and you begin to understand a little bit about how you operate as a human being. You make some incremental changes in your life, but we never make those quantum leaps that are promised to us, do we? And the reason why we don't, and the reason why you will, if you stick with me over the next couple of videos, is because personal development and mindset is really about brain change. Brain change. Getting wealthy isn't a secret. Getting wealthy is a science. And that science is a mindset science, a neuroscience. And when you understand that all the beliefs you have are actually wired into the structure of your subconscious mind, and when you become to understand what you need to do, the mental habits that you need to develop in order to literally uninstall the programs that no longer serve you and reinstall programs that are congruent with the next level that you want to create, you can transform your life in extraordinary ways. You can make massive, rapid breakthroughs to the next level, not just once, but time and time again. So, in today's video, I want to introduce you to this conversation around hacking your mind and changing your brain. And today, I want you to identify your inner conflict. There's a resistance. There's something inside of you. I call it a hidden commitment. You're committed to something else that's not taking you to the next level. Let's call it the wall, because the wall between where you are and where you go is not in the external world. The problem is not that there's not enough time. The problem is you don't have enough resources. The problem is it's not your strategy. The problem is not that there are already experts doing what you do and they're further ahead than you. None of those are problems. The problem is that inside of you, you are unaware of the fact that you have a hidden commitment. You have a resistance to your next level of success. And until you identify and remove this inner conflict, that wall will always remain in place. You have to change your mind. There is no more powerful force in the universe than a changed mind. And your business is an extension of who you are. And if you find that you're in a place right now where your business has hit a plateau, your mindset has hit a plateau, and you're not going to break through that plateau until you change your mind. So let's do that right now. So as we have this conversation here today, I want you to get really clear on what your next level is. I want you to think big. I want you to stretch yourself and pull something out of you that you didn't even know that you had, because most of us are thinking far too small. And if there's a resistance or a fear inside of you from going to the next level, I'm going to show you that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And we're going to use this resistance. We're going to use this fear for us. So I want you to picture this. I want you to picture a tree in a field. And this tree represents your dreams, your goals, your hopes, your ambitions. And this tree always comes first. And then there comes a shadow. The shadow is your resistance. The shadow is the thing you fear. So if you have a small tree in the field, which is your dreams and your hopes, and that tree gives off a small shadow, which is your resistance. Now I want you to look at this big tree. This big tree represents big goals, big dreams, big ambitions. But with a big tree, you're going to notice you have a big shadow. And if you have a big shadow, that means you have big resistance and big fear. So I want you to lock into this. Small tree, small dreams, small shadows, small resistance. Big tree, big dreams, big goals, big ambitions, bigger the shadow, bigger the resistance. But this only means one thing, and I want you to lock into this. The bigger the tree, the bigger the shadow, the bigger the resistance means one thing. The bigger the calling. The bigger the calling that you have. You have been meant for more, to do more, to be more, to create more. And if you don't have something that excites you and scares the hell out of you at the same time, your dreams, your ambitions, and your goals are way too small. So that's the thing you're resisting. That thing you fear. That thing you fear means you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And I would encourage you to go bigger. And I want you to lock into that. So maybe you're just trying to start up and hit 10K a month. Maybe it's adding multiple six figures to your bottom line over the next 6 months. Or maybe you're more advanced and you're trying to break through the 7-figure barrier. I don't care what it is. It's just important that you're clear on what your next level is. And then I want you to get quiet. And I want you to think about your next level. But I want you to notice this internal dialogue. We have to start paying attention to this inner world, our inner voice. Because if we're going to create transformation in our business, in our lives, we have to discover what the resistance is. Why are we hitting the wall? What's your hidden commitment? So there's constantly this internal dialogue that's taking place about the next level for you. And a lot of that dialogue doesn't feel good. We've been given this incredible emotional guidance system that's designed to clue us in when our internal dialogue is not congruent with what we consciously want to create in this world. The problem is, no one ever told us that this is how our human operating system works. So when you think about your next level, you experience resistance, doubt, fear, frustration, anxiety, overwhelm. And so many of us are worried about the tyranny of knowing how. And if any of those emotions, I want you to pay attention to them if you're experiencing any of those. I want you to pay attention to what that inner voice in your head is saying. And I want you to pay attention to where the inner resistance or where the inner conflict is. Because in the next video, I'm going to show you how to uninstall this inner conflict. I'm going to show you how to break down this wall that's not getting you from where you want to be to where you want to go. Because it's literally a program that was installed in you at a very young age, before the age of 7, when the conscious part of your brain was not even fully formed. Someone else's idea was embedded itself in your brain. And the structure of your brain, which is determined by your beliefs, which is made up of these inner conflicts, determines how you think. And these beliefs that aren't even yours determine how much you earn, how much you make, how far you go, how much you rise, how big you think. So I want you to know this. You are only one thought away from starting your business. You're only one thought away from six figures. You are only one thought away from a seven-figure business. You are only one thought away from being considered the foremost expert in your industry. You're only one thought away from being able to pursue your mission, your passion, and your purpose without all the garbage that you've been experiencing that comes along with it, and the stress, and the anxiety, and the overwhelm. But you have to become conscious of your inner world. You have to be aware of this inner dialogue, and you have to learn how to uninstall these programs and reinstall new ones so you can change your thinking and change your mind. And that's what I'm going to help you do in the next video. For the time being, I just want you to pay attention to what this inner dialogue is telling you. What we need to do is this. We need to identify that voice in your head that is holding you back, those thought patterns that aren't congruent with you getting to the next level. We need to become consciously aware of them. I want to encourage you. What I want you to do is leave a comment below. Just declare what it is that's going on inside of you. What's your hidden commitment? What's your resistance? What's that wall? Because I'm going to tell you, it goes on inside of all of us. What do you believe is preventing you from going to the next level? The important thing is that we start to become aware of what it is and aware of what they are, because they're just someone else's opinions about us that we've unconsciously adopted as our own. And once we become aware of what they are, we can uninstall them. And I'm going to show you how to do that in the next video. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I want you to get on board with this idea that it's mindset first. I want to say it again. The game has changed. It's 95% mindset and 5% strategy. And if you want to become the top earner in your company, you want to be a thought leader in your industry, in your space, you want to blow the doors off your competition, this is Mindset 2.0 on another level that you never even thought of or heard of before. This is going to scale your business, but more importantly, this is a lifestyle. And I hope this has been helpful for you. I'm looking forward to seeing you over the next few videos when I introduce to you the process by which you can uninstall these inner conflicts and reinstall new empowering beliefs. It's called the power of a decision. It's the most powerful mind hack that I have in my work, and I'm going to introduce that to you in the next video. So be blessed.